What down, sneaker heads? It's your boy Dropkick Willie from Dropkick Sneakers. How y'all doing out there? So I got a whole new concept for y'all. There's gonna be a new component of the channel. We're gonna call this Dropkick Mail. So in this, I'm gonna answer all questions. You know, when y'all be watching all type of YouTube videos, all type of custom videos, and y'all always drop questions. Y'all don't always get the answers, right? So in this component of the channel, this one I'm gonna come and answer all the questions. I'm going to take questions I get off of my videos and I'm going to come and answer them. Now, also, I will answer other questions. So if y'all got personal questions, y'all got questions about just things in life, I'm going to do my very best to answer all the questions y'all got. But today I'm going to start off with customizations related type questions, alright? So I wrote down a few of them. I don't want the video to be too long, so I'm not going to do that many. But if y'all want more, just drop questions as comments on this video, and you know, let's do it. Alright, also, if you're happy I'm doing this and if y'all finally getting y'all questions answered, do your boy a favor and smash that thumbs up button for your boy. Alright, so first question: what do you mix to paint the tongues on Jordan 6s? Alright, so for the Jordan 6s, for the tongues, what I did was I went ahead and I mixed some paint with some GAC 900. That's a fabric painting medium. So all you're going to do for that is you're going to go ahead and put some paint into a bowl. You're going to pour some GAC 900 in there, and you're looking for a very thin consistency. Shake it up, get a thin consistency, and then you're just going to use your paintbrush and rub that in there. Now once you rub it in there, you also want to get a heat gun or a blow dryer to heat it immediately, and that's what's going to give it the staying power. Check.
Bam, motherfucker!
Alright, next question: what's the best paint to use? I'm a firm believer that Angelus paint is the best, Angelus leather paint. Meaning is because it's leather paint, and when you're doing these shoes, they're mostly composed of leather. So that's the best paint to adhere to your shoes, to give you the longest wear, to give you the best protection. You want to use leather paint, and only one I found is Angelus. If there's other ones, as long as they're leather acrylic paint, you should be good to go. Other paints, like you buy at a paint store or something like that, I wouldn't trust those. They're not leather paint, so they might not adhere as well. So you'll probably get some cracking. You just probably won't get the outcome you're looking for. Plus, the Angelus paints are paints that are directed towards all the colorways out there, you know, for Jordans and other sneakers. So I go with that one.
Bam, motherfucker!
Alright, next question was, is too thin a necessity? Yes and no. If you're a person that isn't using the paintbrush and you are a spray painter, if you're using a spray paint method, you want to use too thin because it thins it out so it can come through the nozzle, because the regular Angelus paint is just too thick to do that. Also, if you're a person that is new to this and you're trying to do a really good paint job, and you know, you're basically protecting yourself from using those big thick coats of paint, which aren't the best way to do it. You'll probably get cracking and you won't get a professional look. So yes and no. I would say have too thin in your arsenal though. If you're going to be a customizer, have too thin in your arsenal. Alright, so let's check that one. And
Bam, motherfucker!
alright, what do you use to take off the paint? I personally, I use the Angelus deglazer, and I also use the acetone. So you can use acetone, you can use the deglazer, you also can use nail polish removal. All you're looking to do with those things, they are going to take off the paint just because of what's in them. I'm not a scientist, so I can't tell you exactly what's in them, but they're all going to take off the paint. But also, they're all prepared leather greatly. When you're talking about getting that fine factory finish off, that smoothness, the acetone, the nail polish remover, and the Angelus deglazer, those are all top 3 for me to use.
Bam, motherfucker!
Alright, let's see. Would the paint crack where the shoe crease is at? Would the paint crack where the shoe crease is at? No. If done properly, no. If you prepare it with the correct items, nail polish removal, anti-glazing glazer, or acetone, prepare it correctly. If you paint them the right way, that's why you don't do 2 coats. You know, you do multiple coats of paint. Take your time on them. And that's another thing with the tooth-in. If you're using the tooth-in, you know you get a nice, smooth coats of paint. And you continue to do it, and it's gonna be fine. And that's why you use Angela's leather paint, because it adheres to the leather, so it becomes one with the leather. So if you do it the right way, you won't have any creases. People ask why I don't use tape when I do customs. Tape is just a preference. Plus, unless you're using a vinyl tape, it's such a hassle to use masking tape. You know, because how many shoes do you get that's literally just straight lines like that? Not many. So you gotta go around different curves and things like that. So for that, I don't use tape. Plus, I strategically do all of my sneakers. So if there are places where I know I'm gonna paint over it, then I'm fine with having some messes. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna paint over it, especially if I'm gonna put a darker color over it. For example, if you're painting any part black, and say you paint another part blue, right? You paint the blue, you go over it. It's fine. Black's gonna cover it. Use green, yellow, orange, red, black covers it all. So you'll be fine. The problem you'll have is maybe if you're doing white and your blue runs over, it's gonna be such a hassle to get the white to cover all the blue. So in those cases, I take my time. I also make sure you're equipped with fine detail brushes, because it gives you less chance of an error, and really it's just taking your time. The more you do it, the more you most likely won't be using paint. Okay? I'm sorry, tape. You won't be using tape. So it's all a preference. But just starting off for newcomers, I say use tape. You know, use tape, but use vinyl tape. That's the best tape because it'll stretch around, hits the curves, and it's good. And you can also find that on AngelaDirect.com as well. How long do you wait between the coats? Now let's go back to tooth-in again. So with the tooth-in, it thins it out. So think of it like this. If I drop a drop of water on the floor, how long will it take before it evaporates? And if I drop a cup of water on the floor, how long does it take before it evaporates? That's the same thing you look at with the paints. If I have a thinner layer of paint on there, it's going to dry so much faster. If I'm putting big glops of paint, the messy big glops, first off, it's not going to look good, but also it's going to take even longer to paint. So that's why you want to make sure when you're painting, if you don't use a tooth-in, make sure when you use the paint, you dab it off and use very thin layers. It's a time-consuming thing. But if you're using thin layers, the way you're supposed to do it, the wait literally is a couple minutes, two and a half, 3 minutes at the most. Or get a blow dryer. Get a blow dryer, circle over everything you paint. You got a really quick dry down. Okay.
Bam, motherfucker!
Color matching. Color matching. How do you match the colors up? Great question. Now with color matching, it's a couple things you can do. If you have great eyes, you can eyeball it. But also, if you go to, again, another plug for Angela's Direct. If you go to Angela'sDirect.com, they sell these leather strips. So these leather strips basically act as a shoe. So what you do is, on that leather strip, you can practice all the paint colors you want. You want to mix paints, mix it on there. You will see what the outcome will be. You want to put a certain color on there, and you want to use a duller on it. You can do that to see what the finished product is after you dull it. Use the leather strips. You know, doing it on paper or something, it's not the same as painting leather. So I would say get those leather strips for the best color matching. And then also, like the collector's edition of the Endless paints, they actually have them on there. You'll have the colorways on there. So you'll have infrared. You know, you'll have the grapes. You know, you'll have Yeezy. You'll have South Beach. You know, you'll have those colors in the collector's edition. So for those are much easier to color match. But if you're going back to the original colors, get the leather strips, put them on there, and you know, match it that way. So,
Bam, motherfucker! Bam, motherfucker! Bam, motherfucker! Bam, motherfucker!
so that was it. So those are all the questions I have. I hope y'all enjoyed that. That was the first edition of Dropkick Mail. So if y'all want to go ahead and again, please hit the thumbs up for me. I want to be able to hopefully hit at least 200. I think that's a decent goal. So go ahead and hit the thumbs up for me. And also, post questions. Any questions you have. If they're personal questions that you don't want people to see your name attached to, shoot me an email at dropkicksneakers@gmail.com. Shoot me a direct message on the Instagram. My name is Dropkick Weezy. You can tweet me, you know, direct message me on Twitter, or just shoot me a tweet. For Twitter, my name is @RealCRocket. I'll post it right below, @RealCRocket. Or if you just send a tweet and you put the hashtag DropkickMail. Alright? What else? Dropkick Sneakers has a Facebook page. Can y'all do me a favor and go on Facebook, search for Dropkick Sneakers, and like the page. That way when I'm posting new things, you guys will see them on your timeline, alright? That's about it. So, hope y'all enjoyed that. Again, it's your boy Dropkick Weezy from Dropkick Sneakers. And that's your mail.